Vamonos. Everybody, let's go. Come on, let's get to it. You already know we finna do it. Where are we going? To the bag. Okay, so give me a second. I got the camera all up in your face, but really, honestly, y'all will be alright for just a second because what I need to do is get this tea out to y'all because, yeah, we got a couple of things to talk about. Let's just be honest. We got a couple of things to talk about, and really, truly, it's gonna be a good one. So, for those of you who already have seen my community post, for those of you who have already seen it, there is some information I've already put out um, in regards to. Let me just turn this camera around. Oh, it's too late for me to turn it around. Okay, well, I just got to remember that the camera's over here and not over here. This is the chat. This is the camera. Whatever. But for those of you who have already seen in my community page, I recently just shared today some information about the 2025 network waitlist. Now, this is not the network waitlist for classes. This is specifically for a opportunity when you follow the link that is attached to that specific announcement. So if you haven't seen the announcement here on my community page, you can click the link in the description box, skip the the hoots and the ha's, and just go straight to the link. That's the information that you need anyway. If you have not seen the announcement on my community page, you should click the link in the description box here and go ahead and check that out. um, there's a lot of information that you guys have been asking me for. That link has all of that, but today, first and foremost, I'm coming to you guys specifically about this town hall information for the 2025 VIP waitlist. This is a specific opportunity that we are not offering to many people. This is not going to be the last time you hear me talking about this project or what we are doing with this waitlist. Sure. But this may be the last time, depending on how the day continues, this may be the last time you have the opportunity to join us before we move too far ahead with this project. Now, I'm not going to say too much, but we are looking for experienced DOMs at this time. So if you have been in the industry for a few months, a year, at least a year, we would hope. But if you have had some experience in the industry, you are in the process of continuing to build clientele, and you have some income coming in, this is a very specific opportunity for you ladies. And it is included in the link in my description box right here, in the link in my description box. So all you have to do is click that link, follow along. Of course, it's going to ask for some of your information. Take a little bit of a survey. If it applies to you, you'll know right then and there if the application, if you can get kind of pre-qualified, so to speak, for this opportunity. This application will help you get pre-qualified. Again, continue to fill out the information, and over the next several days this week, we will be discussing some information about continued town hall meetings with those people who finally go through this vetting process that we just made available this afternoon. So I know we are moving really fast on this. And like I said, it is something that we are going to put into initiative for 2025. And that is definitely still 8 months away. But this is certainly an opportunity that we know, because of the social presence that we have, is something that's going to fill up very quickly. And it will not be available to everybody in our network, at least not immediately. This is definitely something that we see ourselves doing long term with the AfroDomme Network, something that has been an idea and just kind of based on industry trends and what has been a stable market in this industry for quite some time, and one of the most stable markets in the sex industry, regardless, not necessarily niche specific 100% of the time to financial domination, but an industry staple. One of the highest, most profitable, really ways to make money in this community, and in a way since for many platforms that have been in this industry since 1997 and beyond, right? Platforms that have been out since, before some people were even born. I was not born in 1997. I'm a 96 baby. Oh, wait. Was I already alive in 1997? If it was 1996? Maybe. Don't question me about that because that's not really the point of the video. But you get the fucking point. Markets that have been in the industry for a long ass periodically time. You understand what I'm saying and where I'm going with this? So, we definitely are moving fast. I definitely need you to, if you are picking up what I'm putting down, just click the link in the bio. It is all the way at the bottom, the 2025 VIP wait list, right? So there's going to be more information that's outcoming in the next several days. But I really want us to take advantage of this because, like I said, or like I was saying, this is definitely a market that's not going anywhere. It is very lucrative and it has the potential to be a little bit I don't know, a little bit more profitable for us. And as financial dominatrices, I think that because of the niche that we are in, we bring a certain level of eliteness and honestly luxury to this industry. And by way, that means we can also charge high prices for our stuff and high prices for what we do. And really just taking kind of advantage of this market that already exists, that we already use, in our community on a regular basis, but now really just making it work for us and doing it AfroDomme style. So this video, super cash, but a town hall meeting nonetheless, because you guys do need this information. That's why I'm sharing it to you, because I need to get it out as fast as possible to you guys. The link is in the description box, and it is the bio site that / the kinky coach. You guys always ask for links to like my social media and links to my classes and stuff like that. All of that stuff has always been in that specific link, and that link has always been here on YouTube. bio.site / the kinky coach, but it is in the description box right now as well. So when you fill out this application, let me just go take a quick look at it one more time just to kind of give you guys who are filling it out with the pre-qualifications and stuff like that, just kind of what we're looking for, right? More information is going to be coming to you guys directly who are on this list, which is why it's important that you get on this list now, because that time is running out. And as I was saying, we have more than 5,000 members within the AfroDomme Network right now, right? Realistically, this project will encompass getting as much and as many of the 5,000 of us that we already are in the United States and beyond onto this project. Will it realistically happen within the first year or so? One would hope, but not, not realistically. So right now for this project, we are looking at really limiting our seats, really limiting the availability as far as people that we are going to welcome into this beta, welcome into, being the first few on the platform. It'll be the first 100. And as you guys know, when it comes to our classes, when it comes to our programs and stuff like that, these things sell out very, very quickly. So let me go over some of the questions that you will have to answer in your pre-qualifier, just because I know some of you guys have already started applying, and I would much, much rather you guys just have the information that you need to go ahead and apply and get approved for this program successfully versus getting rejected. Because I'm not going to say we have some rejects, but we have seen some areas of concern on applications so far. So we just want to provide a little bit more context. Off the top, it's going to ask for a very standard information. We need you to fill out this application with full context and brevity. This is not something that you should be doing willy nilly. I mean, no application really is, but you know, I digress on that. So, of course, we're going to need your email, stage name, date of birth, your Twitter handle. That is important. The link to your Twitter handle. We need to see that you already have some sort of audience, some sort of market, and where and how often you are online. So, yes, when you are sharing your Twitter handles, best believe somebody is still going to be inspecting your social media page, as I usually always do with my students anyway. But your Twitter handle will be asked for in this profile because your profile will be inspected to really see how often you are active and how often your marketing skills are, or how effective your marketing skills are. Time zone and location is important. However, I want it to be known that for the first several years of this program, again, as we work on getting all 5,000 of us in the AfroDomme Network into this specific opportunity, we're only going to limit the first couple of seats to the first 100 folks. That does mean that these folks, first couple of folks, will have to be United States based. So for those of you who are in West Africa, who are in the United Kingdom with us, thank you for your patience. And as we release things over the next few months, hopefully that changes, but the first 100 seats will be for US based DOMs. Hey, Goddess, just wanted to say you're gorgeous. Oh, thank you. I'm just like very fresh, rolled out the bed kind of today, so I appreciate that. Period. Um, and thank you for making content. It's very helpful. You're a blessing. Well, thank you for joining us, Goddess. And make sure you plug in with us today as well about the applications that I'm talking about. So like I said, we are going to need your location and time zone because the first 100 seats are going to be dedicated for US based DOMs. I need to know, it's going to ask experience in the BDSM industry online specifically. Now, I know that there are lots and lots of my students who come to me and they already have a lot of experience in person, but they do not have specific experience online. I do 100% mean in this application, how much experience do you have in the BDSM and the Findom community on the internet? Navigating websites, being online, tweeting, being active online. I need to know how much experience you have with that. Yes, you can be very successful in person, but this is not an in-person type of opportunity. This is an opportunity that would most be beneficial, and you would most likely be online at home, working from home kind of thing, just like we typically already do in this industry. And we need to know that you have credible experience navigating a fucking computer, right? Going on Twitter, being active on Twitter, marketing, and all of those other things, navigating from website to website, all of that good stuff. Someone said, I'm trying to grow on Twitter, and I want to know if you had any ideas on content for new DOMs. Nice. I do kind of have some ideas, but it depends on what your style of content is. So you can share your Twitter handle, but it depends on what your style of content is. Now, the next question it's going to ask in this pre-qualifier survey for this opportunity that I'm talking about for the VIP opportunity in 2025. The link, again, is in the description box. It is the very last link at the very bottom of the bio.site/the kinky coach. Years of experience and years of experience online. Of course, we're going to ask about some income information. Please be as honest as possible. Nobody's going to see your answers but me and the review team for the AfroDomme Network. So please believe we're not collecting IDs or anything like that. So your business is not out there, but we do need to know on average when we're asking about how much income you are making per week, we do need an honest answer. Trust and believe. If you are not being honest in this section, you are going to look like Boo Boo the Fool when you jump into this opportunity and you're not making the money that you told us you were capable of making or that you thought you would make, because that's the first thing that we're going to reference. You told us in your application, based on other programs, other services that you're already providing, that you're making X amount of dollars already per week. That should translate over to your ability to do the same thing in this opportunity. What's going on? I thought you said you had the money. I thought you said you had the clientele, right? So don't shoot yourself in the foot trying to, be prideful in your application. Be very honest as possible in this pre-qualifier. Now, if that means you're in the lower categories of income, it doesn't mean that you cannot apply. We just need to see in the rest of your application how much time you're willing to dedicate to an opportunity like this that would, of course, help you exponentially increase your income in the future. So another question is going to be, how often are you active and online? How many hours per week do you dedicate to being active online, and what specific days of the week, including the links to the platforms that you are currently using where you are promoting said services for this kind of work, right? Including how much money you spend on ad placement, you spend on boosting your profile so more people can see you, stuff like that. We need to know this kind of information. Yep. Another big part of this is for those of you, and this is why it's important that this opportunity is for those of you who already have existing clientele. We are also looking for the average amount of time that you are spending on the phone with your VIP clients. Now, VIP clients can be described as very basically, if you don't have something like a VIP program for your clients or your submissives, this would be basically a sub or a group of submissives that call you or work with you or buy your clips or book sessions with you on average more than anywhere between 3 to 6 times in a month. If you have any VIP clients, people who are booking you, calling you, buying clips or content or some variation of the two, 3 to 6 times a month. And it's not 3 to 6 individual sales, it's 3 to 6 individual sales from that same one person. So do you have the ability to retain clients? That's what we want to know. Do you have the ability to retain clients, and how often are you doing that with your content, clips, telephone services, etc.? Hello, so glad to catch you live. Welcome, welcome. I also need to know in this application, like I said, what is the average length of your sessions or time spent? Not necessarily a full-blown session, but let's say more, for example, an introductory call. When you are screening applications, when a sub first comes in and you have that first kind of let's get to know you, pull your ID, review your application, maybe intro, let's get to know each other kind of call, how often are you doing that, and how long is that interaction? So we need to know that as well. I think that the United States is going through a recession? Of course. I mean, rent is $1,900 and eggs are $6. Now, is the game rigged? Of course the game is always rigged, because at the end of the day, the government could just print more fucking money. But we don't have to go down that road. One of the good things about it is, I mean, being a whore is one of the oldest professions in the world. So are we ever gonna really go anywhere? No. And like I said, in this project specifically, because you guys know I really do sometimes get on my soapbox about feeling some type of way about platforms is kind of coming and going in and out of the industry. I know that in the last video I shared information about 2 new kind of platforms that you can use to collect tributes now that Wish Tender is no longer active. Now, y'all fucking remember, those of you who know me and have been watching all of my videos faithfully, you guys know I warned you about Wish Tender possibly disappearing as well. Just as much as I did hype them up and kind of give them, a reference, I did also warn you guys that platforms like them come and go in our industry all the time. I said the same thing about AVN. I said the same thing about ManyVids and OnlyFans, and I'll say the same thing about LoyalFans and any other platform. But there are very few, and this is why this project specifically is really, really exciting to me, because there are very few markets within the sex industry that have 100% never changed, never gone anywhere. It may have had to change in operations with the way that certain these platforms operate as far as taking payments with like cestia, foster rules and MasterCard policies and stuff like that, as far as how models get paid. But as far as having a supply and demand for this specific type of work and the specific medium that it's coming from, it's not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere. It never has, it never will. We will always have smartphones. Baby, enough said. Whether it be smartphone or landline, we are not going anywhere. This industry is not going anywhere. So, especially this specific industry medium. Now, like I said, in your application, we are going to be asking for a couple of different things from you. How long those introductory calls are when you are speaking to your clients for the first time, you're getting to know them. You've just pulled an application from them. It's the first call, whatever. How long are you doing that? How long are you talking to them? And what kind of questions are you asking? What kind of questions do you typically ask in that interview? So these are the kind of questions that I'm going to need from you guys to answer in that VIP wait list, that VIP wait list. Now, if you are new, if you don't have any experience, right? Obviously, the pre-qualifications for this application are going to tell you to stop because you cannot continue to fill out the application. However, if you are new, you need to be focusing on getting yourself the experience that you need to bring yourself up to speed, right? Because one of the reasons why this project is going to take off so quickly is because, like I said, we are limiting it to people who already have experience. And it's not that we're shading new DOMs or that we will never let new DOMs or new models onto the platform. However, we need to set the tone first and foremost on this project specifically, that this platform is for vetted professionals. So we are all professional dominatrices on this platform. We have already been vetted. We already have the credentials. We already have several years of experience. Everyone does walking in the door. This is what makes us elite. This is why we can charge higher prices than everybody the fuck else. And there's nobody else doing what we are doing. Now, later on, as we continue expanding, we are going to still expect that our new models and new people coming onto the platform still do have some experience, which is why it'll be really, really pivotal for you right now, if you're watching this video, for you to start working, for you to start practicing with other platforms like I already talked to you guys about with I Want Clips and OnlyFans and Loyal Fans and Night Flirt, all of those things. Because you're going to need that experience, and it will benefit you to have it so that you can do a little bit better on our platform based on what its origins are going to be. Now, there were some also changes that I had to make to where we are, or where we were offering our coaching and mentoring services and textbooks. So we were previously offering stuff in the AfroDomme Network bookstore as a connection for you guys to get access to the InstaDom 101 coaching program that we're doing right now until October 1st, and then some of our other textbooks and stuff like that. There has been some recent updates and changes to that specific platform. I'm not going to say too much in one way or another, but it may possibly change where we are. It will not be 100% disruptive to our classes or our program by any means. It will just honestly mean that the payment processor, so to speak, may be changing, which of course is, again, something that happens in our industry as people continue to, edge out. Edge is a very creative word to use as a dominatrix, but edge out content creators and sex workers. So as things continue to develop, I will have that information for you guys, but right now I do not. But that is why you have not been able to find textbooks and stuff like that in the link in the description box, in the link in my bio, the bio site bio.site / the kinky coach link. So classes are still in session, yes. However, the link to it is in the description box. And what is available as far as content, resources, textbooks, coaching programs is limited. So you can click the link in the description box now on this video or all of the other types of videos that we already have and get into the class, because classes are still in session until October 1st. But definitely still pay attention to other videos and changes that I put on the community page as far as change of payment processor to actually access the class. But the classes themselves will not be interrupted. Woo! Chile. Okay. So I'm tired. Well, I can't say that I'm really tired because I really haven't been doing anything. Like, I've been just kind of lounging in the bed, and this sub had got me this like DoorDash gift card. So I've just been ordering food all the time. Like, I had a seafood boil, and I had some champagne, and then I had breakfast in bed, like brunch in bed, and then I had brunch in bed again today. That does sound like a lot of stuff though that I did. I mean, I did kind of have to like get up and like go get the brunch from like the front door. Yeah, that was a lot of work. Let me see. That was a lot of work though for me, really, honestly. Truly. Mm. Was that it for the application? I think that was it for the application itself. Yeah. That was it for the application itself. Now, for the sake of this little pillow is like not cutting it. For the sake of coaching, there's already a couple of different videos that I've put out on here specifically for newbies, specifically for how to get started on night flirt, specifically for how to start beefing up your profile. And then your question, the girl's question earlier about content ideas. If you're struggling to create content, there's definitely a video already on here about you on YouTube about it. But if you're struggling to create content, it sounds like you need to do a little bit more research on your brand, your style of domination, your brand, who you are, right? Because at the end of the day, you are the brand. So like everything that you do is content. You laying in the bed, you lounging, watching TV with your feet out is content in the right context. You smoking, you napping, you sleeping, you farting, you drinking a glass of water is content in the right context. So if you're struggling to come up with ideas or how to be creative with those ideas, you need to do a little bit more industry research. Go to the sites, go to the hub and see, on a free tip, what other creators are doing, because it's not like you're gonna buy somebody else's content just to go ahead and study them. That's weird. But you can go to the hub and watch some videos and see how people are creating content based on this, like similar niches that you have, similar interests that you have. Or you will see, if you don't find those examples that are in better alignment with you, if you don't find examples of like, oh yeah, this is what I want to do, or like this is how I want to style myself or something like that, you will see the empty spots. What are people not doing? What can you do instead to kind of fill in the gaps? So that's where you would need to start. Yeah, that's where you would need to start. For sure. But it's going to take some time because honestly, finding your style, finding your branding, finding your niche really does take time. So feel free to, reinvent yourself and reinvent yourself and reinvent yourself over and over and over again till you find something that you feel like really sticks like with you, until you find something that really sticks with you. Yeah. hmm But I am really, really excited about this project. I think that as we continue with some of these town hall meetings that we're going to have, those of you who are participating are going to have some more information. Oh, speaking of town hall, we will not be doing the town hall meetings on YouTube. Let me make that clear. So I'm bringing you the information here now today so that you guys will have the information that you need as far as filling out the application. But the town hall meetings and meetings regarding this project, the 2025 VIP waitlist going forward, will not be on YouTube. We will be somewhere else. So it will not be available for you guys on YouTube. Mm-mm. We will be somewhere else. Replays will not be available. That's why it's so special. That's why it's so special. You're going to have to tune in. I can't wait for this. It's going to be a big one. 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 Because where are we going? To the money. Where are we going? To the money. Bitch, where's we going? To the money. Where are we going?